Welcome back, survivors. I'm Survivalvis, and we return to Carnivoresgenesis. Where last week, I think we wrapped up most of the Ruins of Vataar, because we had seen a lot of interesting things on that last adventure, just to be honest. I still have no idea what the alien ring of coons was, but we're going to proceed a little further, and we're going to head now to Morbuzad Swamp. And for this one, okay, don't have anything like access to the big guys, so maybe let's start with, let's say, Utah down. If we take all those, we could do, I'd kind of like to get more bow hunting in, because I really do love the bow. This might be an interesting one to start on Morbuzad Swamp. Parasaur and Kylo, Stego, Sin, Trike, and Utah, with the first 4 weapons, double ammo. And let's do a little read-up of the swamp before we do head right on in. A treacherous island comprised of many dark swamps and marshes. Carnivores abound here, as their lighter frames allow them to easily scavenge herbivores become stuck in the mud. A mysterious temple lies to the northeast, but not one man is there to attempt to enter and explore. So it sounds like we got some Easter eggs and little map goodies to find here. So everything's looking good. Let's hop right in to a brand new hunt. Okay, so we're all loaded up here. Yep, okay. Let's just get our bearings first and... oh, well, I guess we're pretty much at the northeast, aren't we? So I guess we can start there and go take a look whatever that might be. So I'm just hearing Dimetrodon around us. I just want to make sure there's no carnivores, because that's one thing. Whenever you spawn in, definitely make sure your surroundings are safe. Stegosaur out there, but again, I think I'd prefer... let's see what's to the northeast, because that was what the little flavor text for the map kind of talked about, so... we are at the very northeasternmost area possible. So I don't think it'll take us too long to get to whatever this temple thing should be. And we'll just kind of continue along slowly and carefully, see what we find. I'm not really sure what to expect. After finding whatever that was last week on Vataar, I have no idea what else to expect as we move forward into these other maps and see what else is in store on them. I do think Carnivoresgenesis, we've got quite a while still to go before we are fully wrapped up with the series, because, I mean, we still have the Carnivores to properly hunt. We've got a few other maps to show off. We've also got a few weapons still to go, so we've got quite a while to go on Carnivoresgenesis. So it'll probably... I have a feeling Genesis will wrap up before we see the, beta builds. Oh! We're definitely by something again, because the only time that we ever get music in Carnivores is when there's a big what the WTF moment, and I guess that's where we're going. God, with the right choice of music, it spikes up from being a bit of a tense hunting experience to what the hell is going on? And I don't know how we'd exactly get up there. So I guess we're going to have to do a bit of mountain goating ourselves. Yeah, we should be able to... well, maybe able to mountain goat our way up towards the ruins there. I think the idea was definitely, though, to... actually, I said that, but maybe we won't get up there. I think the idea was actually to scale the mountainside from, the very tips, and then just follow along very tops. Because, honestly, that's pretty sheer to try getting up to. And the entire range looks rather sheer, doesn't it? Well, we'll try going, because the terrain is doing some flattening in that as we get closer. But we're kind of making progress. You basically just gotta have to, Skyrim your way in a way. Just get up to where you can. Which that seems to be about it for here. Okay, maybe I'm not going to be able to use this way. I'm going to have to figure out... Okay, wow. That's a good question, is the how. So there's nothing that really looks like a ramp or pathway, at least from where we spawned in towards it. There probably is somewhere on another area. Yeah, this looks like about as close as we can kind of get from where we are at. So, yeah, I don't think we're actually going to be able to get up from around here. We'll have to try doing a little bit of running and see if we can find a way onto the top from another area. Good lord, though. Whenever the music kicks in, you know you're near something weird. What the hell? I think I was teleporting a little bit there. Yeah, so maybe what we'll do is we'll try following this way, because it looks like that might be a smoother way up than the other side. Not just a Gallimimus out here. Okay, so let's try going over here, because that might actually be our way up there. This looks a little more... I mean, it still looks pretty rugged as all hell, and you shouldn't be able to actually get up there, but we might be able to cheat our way and hop and then work our way to higher ground this way. If you can't make progress moving forward, go to the side and then try diagonally. Well, I say that, although I immediately hit a place that stopped us. Okay, so if we get onto this here... then we're here... Okay, so we did get up a little further. Yeah, there we go. It's still not quite looking like we can get up around here. I think we will have to keep going and find a proper pathway or somewhere else from the cliffs that are easier to get up on. Definitely making it a challenge in order to get up there, though. Yeah, that it looks too steep, even for what we've been climbing up so far. We'll kind of keep to this area, though, because I feel like this is a good spot where if we can get... Okay, maybe we won't be able to get up where I thought we might. Oh, there we go. Okay, we are getting something a little bit more approachable. There is that divot over there. I don't think I can get to that, but... if we take a look around here... no, still not looking like a really good path. And the ambient for, like, all the wind being up on a mountaintop definitely kicked right in. So we're going to hear that for quite a while, I think. No, I'd say this is probably too sheer for us to... yeah, that'll be too sheer for us to go up. I'm not sure how you would get up to that area, to be honest. But I did spot something, at least, as we were sliding along the mountain. So we'll actually... I guess we'll shift focus to what we're supposed to be doing, which is hunting. Because we've got an ankylosaur that was just over here. Might actually use the bow, depends on... we'll see the distance, because we were kind of hopping and sprinting, so it might not be around here anymore. Oh, maybe. Okay, no, that's just some plants. I don't super hear... I don't hear anything like footsteps, so I wouldn't be surprised if we scared it off by our scaling attempt. Oh, well, we do have a parasaur out this way. Yeah, I'm not sure how you would get up to those ruins. It's definitely going to take a little bit of exploration. Maybe that was our ankylosaur. Something definitely started going off in a hurry here. I just caught the blur of something gray. I was moving a lot faster than I expected, like a Mozchops or Dimetrodon to do, so I think maybe the Ankylosaur was just over a hill or something here. Okay, well there's the Parasaur. Well, sounds like there are actually things kind of close in, because we can hear her feeding. I don't think it's a Parasaur, though. Oh, no, Parasaur spooked. Probably best to use the C1 on that if we get another chance. Oh, speaking of, it didn't actually run off as far as I thought it might. Yeah, so we'll take you down, because you're a nice, easy little bit there. It sounds like they're a lot closer than they really are playing. So was the Parasaur we heard feeding? And yeah, the more I look at that mountain range, the more I am... Maybe there's a way up the back end? Either that or I gotta go to the south side, but... I don't think we'll be getting into those runes from this episode. Seems like those are definitely going to be something we'll have to try doing a lot more exploring to find the way to. I can't imagine that there's no way up to them. That feels weird to put into a game, doesn't it? Something you... Well, I guess in a way. Like, if there were something more to see besides just wall, I'd expect then maybe it's unreachable. But because it looks like it's just a big wall there, there's gotta be some way to get around it, or get up there to find an entrance. Well, but looks like we're getting into the swamp parts of Morbuzad. No, just little Mozchops. Yeah, my Miss Mozchops. Just kind of slowly go along. Yeah, nothing really standing out. And then looks like we're basically at the coastline here. So we got you there just kind of scratching the ground. Send him on off. No, actually looks like there's a bit of a forest submerged. Yeah, I guess maybe this area flooded recently or something. Okay, yeah, see, that might be what you have to do, is you might have to go for a little swim, get into that area, and then maybe there's a less steep pathway on the outer ring of the cliffs and that. I'm going to try to do more hunting because I still want to get our point total up if possible. Since we do want to keep trying to show off new content. Oh. Okay, so we got a Utah coming in. Oh, actually, that might have been it. I think, yeah. That was surprising. I thought Utah took 2 for the C1, but... And I'm definitely playing the public build, so that's odd. It's almost like that was a Mortal Zone shot. I also have to remember, one of the things about going back and forth between so many carnivores is the power scaling on weapons can be very, very odd. When you have a game without the mortal zones, that's where you feel the firepower much more in each weapon. So like Mandibles had it, and Genesis public build has it, where the higher point of weapon you get, you really feel how much more powerful they are. So I think the C1 is basically good to take down, I'd say, mostly from a Utah up in one hit. Utah 1 hit, Parasaur 1 hit, Sinraptor 1 hit. Just Dimetrodon there. I don't think it can take down Dilophosaur in 1 hit, and I don't think it can take down a Stego or a Trike in 1 hit. Well, the Trike maybe. It depends on if you do get that Mortal Zone shot. The Trike was one of the animals that actually do have a Mortal Zone in Genesis public. Yeah, there you are, just kind of roaming around. Another Mozchops. God, man, it is a pretty nice, lush map. It's nothing, again, the foliage isn't too dense, that way it's hard to see through, or it really feels like you're handicapped against it. The terrain is a little bumpy up and down, but it's nothing that you kind of feel like you're stuck and it's too steep for you to actually be able to walk up. Like, even here, we can walk right up to the top of this hill. So, oh, I guess I'm probably just hearing the Utah sleeping. Yeah, I'm surprised how loud that is. It's not like it's... Well, actually a little louder than I was hoping for, so that might explain that. I'll have to double check when I'm doing the editing, just make sure it's not too loud. But everything is looking fairly quiet. Maybe we'll try working on something to actually get called in. Because one of the only things about Carnivores, it's more on my end than anything about the game, is you can bring a lot of weapons, which gives you a lot of ammo, which means you can spend a lot of time out hunting. But because of my time limit, just in order to make sure I can get the videos out in timely manners, I can't quite do as long of hunts as are possible once you have all this equipment opened up. So I gotta kind of time myself, and also kind of gives you guys a bit of a good idea for what the time sinks can kind of be into these series if you want to play them yourselves. As you guys can see, I don't really cut any... Well, actually, very rarely do I ever cut anything out, aside from if I have to get interrupted during a recording session. Oh. Oh, just Pterandon. Okay, I saw the flash of orange from him. I thought that might have been a Sinraptor. But we got another kind of... Maybe not quite a ridge. It looks like a little mount of some kind. But it looks like this one might be a little hard to get up because there's a lot more... almost like channels and fissures in it. Speaking of, I fall right into the first one I come across. There we go. Kind of. Yeah, there we go. We're getting up now. Okay, so... Ooh. Gotta be very careful up here, because if you slip and fall on one of those, I think your hunt is basically done. You gotta get evac'd. Oh yeah, these are challenging terrains to try to... I can't quite, and I... Yeah, instead of getting stuck in one of these, I'm just going to do a few jumps and try to get our... Oh, well, maybe this will work. There we go. Again, if you can't make progress forward, just go to the side and try diagonal. Although, I don't think I'm going to get further up here. And it looks like I'm actually getting into more places where I kind of get myself stuck, so... Let's just try getting out of this while we can. There we go. Okay, and I do have the revolver with me. So we didn't actually make that much progress. Basically went in a little bit of a curve around here, but it gets so steep that I want to be careful trying to leap and hop my way up there. Oh! He was coming towards us, but I don't know what the heck just happened there. We just saw the ankylosaur. I don't know if he went over the rock backwards or he went through it. Because he was around here for just that second. It actually looked like he was possibly charging us. Okay. So where might you have gone? Well, there is a Utah out that way. So that would be another good little chunk of place to aim for us. Maybe what we'll do is try calling them in. Oh! Okay, so there were actually 2 around us, which I was not expecting. So I might have actually scared the other one with the shots, but... just in case I didn't, I'm going to get across the water here. Because it's a little cheap, but I mean it does work, is to use the water as a little bit of a barrier that'll slow the dinos down. And give you some more free time. Yeah, I don't see anything coming. Okay, so we probably scared that one off. Let's try maybe for... let's even see if we can hear an ankylosaur reply. Oh. Yeah, no reply, and it seems I found an area where we've actually hit that vegetation limit, because depending on how you look, things will pop in and out on you. So this area... and I can also see why. There's so much of these like little shrubs and that in here. I'll have to probably look at reducing the view range down. That's probably the biggest fix if you run into that, if you're playing any Carnivores games, where all of a sudden like plants start phasing in and out on you. Which I cannot even seem to recreate now, which is odd. Okay, so I managed to do it a little bit back there, but not here. If they do seem to be kind of clipping in and out, just try to set it back down to the default view range. That usually fixes it for me when I've encountered it. I'll try to get one more animal and then we'll head back, but I haven't seen anything really around this area. Oh, and there's actually... I think there's a volcano over here. Like, that bright orange usually means lava on any map. So we'll head this way, see. I didn't get any replies from anything. And it does seem like it might just be ambient animals down here. So I don't want to go falling into what's probably a volcano. Oh yeah, that... I don't know if I want to try scaling that with the point total we got, just because I feel like it'd be... well, with my bad luck and my bad skills, I'd probably jump us right into a pool of lava, so we'll probably investigate that on our next time out here in Morbuzad. So what we'll probably do is just try going back to the mainland, see if we can quickly find something. And try to get one last animal to just increase our points for this hunt, and then we'll kind of end things off in the menu. Oh, no, just a Gallimimus. I was kind of hoping that was a Utah, because those are the highest total, or the highest animal, highest scoring animals that we can get on this map right now. They're the highest on the roster we chose, but we may even be able to head back and see about trying to take down the Carnivores again, because we gotta start... well, actually, maybe we're not where I was hoping, because it all depends on how much points we get per animal. I don't know how many the Utah actually does give. I see nothing over there. I do like the size of Morbuzad. It's not too large of a map that feels like it's daunting to try going across different areas. Well, it's big enough that it doesn't feel too cramped or contained, and that you're... like, you don't have a lot of options on it. There's a few nice mixes of biomes too there, like we have marshland that runs right through the middle. There's a little bit of, I guess, kind of like a flood marsh or that to the very northwest corner of it. We got the volcano to the southwest, and then the ruins way perched atop the cliff face there. So we've got a lot of episodes we can probably get through here. I'm guessing at least 3 or 4 more weeks just in Morbuzad. And it goes to show how much time you can really... oh, just a little moss chops. We won't hunt you, but I think we are going to have to wrap things up, because this went on a bit longer than planned, but we didn't get lucky with anything else showing up. So let's head back to the menu. A pretty productive hunt in my opinion. Okay, so we're back in the hunt menu, and yeah, it's going to definitely be some time before we're unlocking more content. Like, the sniper rifle is 300 points alone, so we could try like the Carno and the sniper. it might actually not be a bad idea, but surprisingly not a lot of firepower. It seems to be the Rex Wrecker might be our best bet against those guys, but yeah, we still got Morbuzad, Forzen, Ashes, Forgotten. There's a lot still to go in Genesis, so we may actually be with the series for another Mandibles almost, because there's a lot to cover. But thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Carnivoresgenesis. If you do like the series, be sure to give the video a like, and if you have any comments, tips, tricks, or anything whatsoever, be sure to leave them comments right down below. I try to respond to any feedback that comes up on the channel as soon as I can. Until I catch you all next episode, those survivors, please remember as always to take care and stay alive.